Yo guys, what's good? My name is Callum Dolby and welcome back to another video on the channel. So this is going to be my Posh preview for the Port Vale away game on the 20th of December. It's currently Friday, so it's tomorrow 3 PM for me. I'm going to go through a predicted lineup, my player to watch from Port Vale, and also just some general thoughts on the game, my score prediction and stuff like that. If you do like the sound of all that and you go on to enjoy the video, please make sure you like the video. I normally say all this at the end when the Posh chat's over, so a lot of people would have clicked off. So make sure you comment down below with your first goal scorer and score prediction in the comments below. I'll be interested to know, and subscribe to the channel. We're nearly at 400 subscribers and I'm going to try and get there before the end of the year. So now that's all out of the way, let's get into it. So my player to watch from Port Vale is going to be Devante Cole. If you guys are fans of the EFL in general, then you'll definitely know who this guy is. Has been a constant for like the past sort of maybe 10, 11 years in and around the Championship and League One. And he's always been a threat, especially at League One level. I don't think he ever quite made it in the Championship. I think he might have been at West Brom last season, but it didn't really work out for him. He's got 5 goals already this season in 13 games. I don't know how many of them are starts. So, yeah, obviously still a threat. And with our defence, you know, anything can happen. He can always get a chance if he does start the game. And I've always thought he played quite well against us. I seem to remember a game sort of when I was a bit younger, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, where he absolutely tore us a new one and scored a couple of goals. So maybe I'm just misremembering that, but I always seem to remember him being a threat and a bit of a menace to our defence. So I'm a bit concerned about him. So this is going to be my predicted lineup for the game. It's going to be exactly the same as the last game where we got a win. I think it's just important to keep that consistency and start building them partnerships between like the left back and the left wing, the centre backs, right back, right wing, centre. You know, all them little partnerships that you have throughout the pitch. If we keep chopping and changing, we're never going to build any. You know, teams in the past that we've got promoted with have always had the same players pretty much for like 95% of the games. Like one season we had like Taylor and Brown in the midfield, or we had, you know, Edwards and Josh Knight when we did really well, or we had Burrows and EMC on the wings, you know, on the left wing. And it's all we have to forge these partnerships now, otherwise we're not really going to go anywhere. I think it's massively important to do that, even if we just persist with Lisby and obviously Garbett on the wings, or if we want to like play Frith on the wings, we need to start properly just keeping the same 11, because it's vitally important, these partnerships. I mean, obviously when they get subbed, it's whatever, and you can have them impact players on the bench like Kean Hayes coming back, and if Frith's not starting and Garbett is, and you have that impact. But yeah, I just think it's important that we really solidify that, because we've been chopping and changing way too much this season, in my opinion. And if O'Connor's fit with this calf injury that he seems to have, then I don't think he should come back in, because I think Akagbe and Lees complement each other quite well, because like Lees has got that sort of calmness and that level head, but his legs aren't there, whereas Akagbe has that really good recovery pace. He reminds me a little bit of Zakwani, not as good, but like he's got that pace, and he's kind of just a get rid of it sort of player. And he can play a little bit out from the back. I think Lees is quite good at that, to be fair. I didn't expect him to be as good as he is at playing out the back when we first signed him, but he does it quite well. And I think that Akagbe really complements him as a partner, and this is no slight on O'Connor, because I think he's one of the better defenders at the club, but I think just having that partnership going forward is going to be good, because O'Connor's quite slow as well, and I think you need one quicker defender to sort of counteract that. So my score prediction is going to be, I'm going to go 3-0 Posh. I think we'll really put a statement out tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to the game. Unfortunately, I'm not going, because I finish work at 2 PM. So unless I get a private jet, I ain't gonna get to Port Vale in time. So yeah, I'm gonna be watching it at home. So you guys, I'm gonna do a Posh review for you guys. Yeah, we'll talk about the game when it's done. Also, I did just want to say that tonight at 8 PM I'm going on Up the Poshcast, which I'm really excited for. So if you guys want to see some more content from me, and obviously everyone who's a Posh fan would have heard them, but if you haven't heard about the Poshcast, make sure you go and give them a listen. They do a couple of episodes a week, countdown to kick off, and the review of the games, or the final score I think they call it, and it's really good. I've listened to pretty much every episode since they've started doing it, and obviously they've got to where they are, which is really impressive. And all credit goes to them. They deserve it. The hours that they put in, especially alongside work. I know how hard that can be, just sort of recording these sit-down videos and editing and stuff like that. But they sort of do it on the way home and from the games and stuff like that. And I can't even begin to imagine the amount of hours and the cost that goes into that. So yeah, I will be going on there tonight to do countdown to kickoff and discuss the upcoming game. So if you want like more of an in-depth preview, go over there. I'm pretty sure the live starts at 8, so I'll probably be on just after 8. Make sure you go and give it a watch and show some love to them lot, because they do some really good work. I also did want to mention this just before I ended this video, but I saw this on Twitter, and apparently Harley Mills is injured. And I feel like if he is, I feel like this is just a rumour, but if he is injured, I feel like we won't find out until the starting 11 gets released and he's not in the squad, because the club seem to be a little bit sort of wishy-washy with how they announce player injuries and how long they're out for and all this sort of stuff. I've discussed this on the Posh review before, but yeah, I feel like they're just a bit sort of, I don't even know how to. They're just not very transparent. I think that's the word I'm looking for. They're just not very transparent with the stuff that we should know really as fans. So hopefully he's not, and he starts tomorrow. But if he is, then God knows who's gonna play there. I mean, apparently Mendy's back to full fit, or like is training. But I mean, if we're playing Mendy at the back, we're really in trouble. If he's going to be our starting left back going forward, we're going to be looking over our shoulder a bit more, because he is shit. So yeah, I don't really know how to feel about that. And will we ever see Adebisi? I don't think we will. He's kind of like a Where's Nabby. That's quite a niche reference, but if you know, you know, sort of thing. That was like back in the day when we had a striker called Adil Nabi, and he just was basically never saw the scene. I think he played maybe 2 or 3 times for us and then just disappeared. So that was a weird time to be a Posh fan, that. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. I'm not going to go through all the like, comment, subscribe, because I did it all at the start of the video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you probably on Saturday evening for the Posh review. I'm going to get it recorded straight after the game and try and get it up for probably 8 PM Saturday. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Cheers.